So, Regina, you do these Satori games over the phone, right? How does that work?
Well, it works surprisingly well. Even though people aren't sitting all together around the table at the board, people can either have their own board or they'll have what I call a teleplay kit that actually sends people in advance by email. They have a picture of the board with its spiral and the squares, and then I actually draw the cards for people from the decks that I have laid out in front of me. So the process actually unfolds similarly to the game, except that we don't have it visually in front of us.
So what's the object of the game? How does it work?
The object of the game is to awaken to the possibility that things that happen to us in our lives have a spiritual purpose, that we attract what we call like unfortunate stories and things that happen that give us upsets and blocks. This helps us open to this idea that we learn and grow through these experiences. And the game puts this forth in a fun way, that we take a journey from victim land to Satori, which is a place of awakening to this new perspective.
So this is based on Colin Tipping's radical forgiveness work. What is
radical? Right. Yep. Radical forgiveness, again, is kind of the same as what I just said the game is. It's a way of looking at our lives as purposeful and playgrounds and schools for learning our spiritual purpose, and that it purports based on the assumption that we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And what the radical forgiveness does is actually give us tools to shift our energy from this unconscious sense of being a victim and that things are happening to me, to perspective that everything happens for a reason and things are happening for me, for my growth and learning. So it's a practical spirituality, if you would use those words. And the game, the Satori game, is one of the tools that helps us have this shift in energy. Okay, and then you're doing an Earth Day play of the game, right? So why did you select Earth Day? Why did you select Earth Day? How does it fit? How is it going to help the Earth for us to do this? Right. Well, it can help the Earth because it can help us have a different perspective of our own ability to make a difference. Because how I see that, a lot of us as environmentalists feel like the global problems are just too big for any of us to really do anything about, and we often feel victimized by the big issues that are happening, like what can this one person do about global warming or the depletion of resources, and we often feel like there's somebody else who should be doing things to help the environment. And we hold a lot of anger and blame and even guilt and shame that like we're not doing enough or whatever. And this game helps us shift these kinds of feelings and experiences in stories in our own lives. And so my idea about having a Satori teleplay on Earth Day is that we can, as a group, as a species, even become aware and empowered in our ability to shift things just by having this new perspective that things happen for a reason. I've played this game in groups before over the phone on personal issues and thought it would be really cool to add this kind of global group shifting experience to Earth Day?
You know, a lot of people believe that the Earth and the calamities and different things that happen, it's a living entity with its own spirit, and it's reacting to what humanity is doing to each other. So to me, it seems like if we would each take care of our own junk, we could alleviate some of what's happening on the planet. I don't know. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. And, yeah, I would definitely agree with that belief that how things are on the outside is a reflection of how they are on the inside or in our consciousness. And, yes, that the more we can take responsibility and to love ourselves just as we are and know that we're doing a healing dance with and for each other and hence with and for the earth, the more we can do that, the more things on the outside can change. So, yeah, definitely.
So anything else you want to add?
Just that I'm really excited about the possibility of really gathering together a large number of people because of the possibility that there's a certain number of people, according to Greg Braden, that if we have, I think it's like, is it 880,000 people in this consciousness shift, that would be that 100th monkey kind of shifting, and then we could all quickly shift the energy of the planet to collaborating with nature rather than working against it. So I'm pretty excited about the possibilities of playing this game on Earth Day.